Hello! In today's video, we are going to be doing a walkthrough of like a skincare routine, but also this is kind of like my aging skincare routine now that I'm well into my 30s and I've been on YouTube for over a decade now. I feel like this is constantly changing. I have new goals going into the new year and just different things I'm trying to address and approach with my skin that I wanted to share with you guys. Now, first and foremost, before I get into the bulk of this video and doing my walkthrough skincare routine and kind of the things that I'm trying to address with my skin, I also want to state that I'm not someone who is like anti-aging. I've definitely used that term in the past, but when I say that, I mostly mean someone who tries to slow down the aging process. I'm someone who appreciates my wrinkles, features of my face, and some of the things that come along with getting older, but I'm also someone who likes to keep my skin healthy. I like to slow down that process, and also I have insecurities that I'd like to treat, so we'll be talking about some of those as well. So first things first, before I cleanse my skin, one of the things that I have been doing pretty regularly and I'm going to be doing into the new year is take a collagen supplement. To be honest, I'm pretty casual with it. I usually just mix it into my coffee in the morning. I try to get it in most days. Sometimes I forget every once in a while, but collagen supplements are really great for not only like skin elasticity, but I also take it for my joints. I'm pretty active. I do skating and sports and work out a lot. I walk a lot, so I'm someone who likes to maintain my joints. There are other supplements I'll take like krill oil and a multivitamin, but I also do eat fairly healthy for the most part, so I take in a lot of vitamins, minerals. I'm pretty good about that. I obviously have to remove my makeup and I do a double cleansing routine. Right now I have been using a peach and lily double cleanse, so I've been using their new ginger milk oil cleanser. I really like this because it's a little bit on the thicker side, so it gives me time to work it into my skin, but it also is something that rinses really nicely off the skin. It removes the bulk of my makeup and the grime from the day. And I've been using the Hydrobubble Deep Foam Cleanser. I like this because with my dry skin, this doesn't dry it out, but it also sets up a bit and actually like deep cleanses my face, so I get that nice cleansing. So again, the double cleanse is for at night because that's when I'm obviously working off the makeup and anything that's been sitting on my skin all day. But honestly, in the morning, what I have been doing and really enjoying is I just get a damp washcloth, get it nice and warm, and I'll just lightly wipe it off my face. I tend to wear pretty occlusive things at night. Not only remove it gently, but also just feels so refreshing in the morning to have a nice warm washcloth on my face. Now, after I have cleansed my skin, I always go in with some type of lightweight hydration right away. I've been using the CNP Laboratory Propolis Energy Ampoule Mist. I have been using this for years. I have a big bottle of this and I love it because it just quickly like redampens my skin. I'll use it in between steps too, like if I'm gonna use a hyaluronic acid and I feel like my skin's dried out a little bit, I'll just mist my skin to get it wet. After I've cleansed my skin and given it a little bit of hydration, I will move into my LED light therapy, which is something that I do in the morning. This is the iRestore Lumina LED face mask. I've used LED light therapy in the past, and again, this is something that I'm trying to be more regular about. I feel like I do see a difference, not only with like hyperpigmentation for me, but also with inflammation on my skin. So anytime I have like something irritating on my face and I use LED light therapy, I find that the red light in this is very helpful for encouraging healing. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on as I'm gonna talk about some of the reasons that I have been enjoying this one specifically. Just get it nice and snug on the face. There are 3 modes. We have P1 here, which is the red and infrared setting. This one is going to be good for collagen and elastin production, and it's going to help with fine lines and aging. Here's P2, which is red, infrared, and blue, and the blue light is going to really help with clearing up any breakouts you might be experiencing. It helps with pore size and reduces blemishes of the face. And the last mode is P3, which is the blue light only. This again is going to help with breakouts. It's going to help with hyperpigmentation related to breakouts, scarring of the skin, and so if you're having any breakouts, this is the mode that's going to be most helpful for you. Another reason that I like this versus other LED masks that I've tried is it comes with kind of an eye shield, so it's very comfortable because it's very squishy, so it doesn't leave a ton of impressions or indents on my face, but I also like that it kind of blocks the light from getting into my eyesight without blocking it from getting to my eye area, because obviously I want to get the benefits of that in the eye area as well, but I don't want to get it in my eye, even though it's eye safe, because I like to multitask while I'm using my LED mask and it's just a little distracting for me. This also has the most LED lights than any other face mask at 360 LEDs. It's also obviously a bit more durable, so this is going to last me a lot longer. So if you guys are curious about picking up the iRestore Lumina LED face mask, I'm going to go ahead and leave my link down in the description box below for $200 off. And there's also a 100-day money back guarantee. So you can use this for 100 days, and if you're not satisfied, you can get your money back, no questions asked. So basically it's like a win-win if you're looking to try something like that. Now I also use a vitamin C in the morning. I'm using this one from Vichy. It is the Lift Active 16% Pure Vitamin C Serum. This is really nice because it's very watery and lightweight, and it absorbs really nicely in my skin. I like to make sure I keep my skincare very light in the morning because it tends to pill if I don't. Another goal for me when it comes to moving into 2025 is being more regular with my Tranexamic Acid. This is something I'm kind of insecure about. I've had it for years and I feel like it's just getting a little darker as I'm aging. So I'm gonna be working on it with some Tranexamic Acid, but I'm also gonna be doing some in-office treatments, which I'll talk about in my routine later on when I get there. But the reason I'm bringing it up now is because I do sometimes use this in the morning after my vitamin C has fully absorbed. I'll just dab a little bit onto that spot, and the one that I've been using is the Haru Wonder Centella 4% Tranexamic Acid, and then of course I'll use a sunscreen in the morning. Non-negotiable, I've been doing that for years, but especially if you're doing like an aging protocol type of thing, you have to protect your skin from the sun. So that's basically what I do in the morning, but we're also kind of transitioning this into nighttime. Since this is my skin, I do use a lot of the same products in the morning as I do at nighttime, so there is a little bit of overlap, but let's talk about some of the differences that I'll do at nighttime as far as keeping my skin in tip-top shape. Obviously, at night is when I'll use my retinol type product. This is something that, again, is kind of a non-negotiable when it comes to an aging protocol for me, but I do have a dry, again, sensitive skin type, so I like to be very careful with the retinols that I use on my skin because they can be irritating for me. But I've really been enjoying this one from Avene. It is the Retinol 0.05 retinol, and so it's a very low percentage of retinol, but it's something that's formulated for sensitive skin types, so it's going to help release that retinol into the skin without being irritating. It's something you can pick up easily without a prescription at somewhere like Ulta Beauty, so I really like this. And by the way, with something like this, I make sure to apply it on my neck, my chest, and the back of my hands because those are areas that tend to get neglected, but are also areas that are going to show the signs of aging. And like I mentioned earlier, at night is when I use my Occlusive. It's something that kind of locks everything in, keeps my barrier nice and healthy, and just really plumps out my skin in the morning. And for that, I've been again using the Peach and Lily Velvet Biome Smoothing Silky Ointment. I'm not gonna lie, this is a little bit thicker, and I was thinking because it's velvet in the name, it was gonna feel less heavy, but it is an occlusive, so that's kind of the nature of it. It does still feel a little tacky on the skin, but less so than other occlusive products that I've tried. So I'll apply a thin layer of this just to kind of seal and lock everything in. Now that I've kind of talked you guys through the products topically that I'm using and the tools that I'm using at home, I also want to talk about some in-office treatments that I plan on getting in 2025. And this is kind of something I wanted to talk through with you guys because I'm also kind of moving into those next couple of years where I'm thinking about starting a family. As I'm getting older, even though I'm doing everything correctly, I still get a bit of hyperpigmentation because that is just life, and skin in general is never going to be perfect. But like I said, because I know I'm prone to hyperpigmentation and melasma, I am trying to debulk it a bit with lasers. Now, you guys may or may not know I have done Clear and Brilliant in the past, and while I do really like it and have enjoyed my results, I also haven't made a full video on it because I'm a little conflicted with my feelings towards it, because the provider that I went to, I feel like didn't do a very good job of explaining the different tips to me, and had they done that, I would have opted for something a little bit different. So long story short, I'm looking for a different provider, but still want to continue with Clear and Brilliant. So that is something moving into the new year that I'm gonna be probably doing another series of. Another thing that I'm thinking about is, as you guys know, I have this spot that I'm constantly working on. I call it like an age spot. I don't actually know if that's what it is or if it's like a scar from something, but I've just had it for the longest time, pretty much as long as I can remember. And so I am potentially gonna be moving into something like Q-switch, something a little bit more aggressive, but I'm nervous because I do know that my skin tends to rebound pigment, so I'm gonna have to go to a provider and kind of talk to them about it. But that's my goal before I really go into the starting a family phase of my life, is getting this thing dealt with. As far as things like Botox, I actually think I'm going to wait a bit longer for something like that. I don't have those like static lines in my face yet. I do see some of them starting to form, which I'm trying to combat with basically my retinol and moisturizing my skin heavily and the LED light therapy, because like I said, if I'm gonna start the family planning phase of my life, that's something that I'm gonna have to stop anyway. So I don't wanna like start something to stop it. So I'm gonna hold off on that. It's not that I'm opposed to doing it, but it's one of those things I'm trying to prolong as long as possible. So anyways, guys, those are kind of my plans regarding my skin in 2025, my aging protocol, things that I wanna start incorporating or be better about, basically kind of like skincare goals for 2025. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys have been doing, if you guys have any tips and tricks, things you have been doing for your skin that have been working. I love reading your guys' comments and I find them so helpful. As always, I'm going to be linking everything down in the description box below, including the Iristar Illumina LED face mask and the $200 discount. And as always, I hope you guys are happy and healthy, and don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!